Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn space science today. Why do comets have tails? And afterwards we're going to do wrist training. And if you participate in wrist training, then it's better the honest. First, here comet with its tail. Why do comets have tails? Comets don't have tails. Now, I would tell you now what a comet is, but we haven't really explained it, I think. Maybe we skipped it. I think it's basically an asteroid or meteorite. I don't know. But here's a picture of it. So, why do we have tails? They don't have tails until they get close to the sun. There are billions, so very, very much, of icy comets in the outer solar space, but they are too small to see. Okay, I don't know really where the outer solar space is, but I think the solar space would be basically the main part here. The sun and the 8 planets and a few moons. And the outer solar space a bit further away. And there are billions of icy comets. But they're too small, we can't see them. When the comet nears the inner solar system, it becomes much brighter. Because the air hitting it is more bundled, it's more air coming onto it. It becomes much brighter. Its icy surface melts and boils. Because it comes closer to the sun gets warm. The ice, so there are these comets, these rocks, and around them or they have a lot of ice with them. And there's a lot of ice at the surface of them. And that melts and boils. And this water which melts, this ice which melts and boils, now makes vapor. And while the comet is traveling, all that vapor is now getting behind it. And it leaves a long tail of this vapor, which this melting ice forms. No matter which direction the comet is moving in, the tail always points away from the sun. I don't really understand. But maybe we see the tail because the sun shines in one direction. You can only see, like with a flashlight, if you shine into the rain or I don't know what it's called. If the clouds are very low and you can see all the fine water droplets or fog. And like where you can see only where the flashlight has hits with the light, the fog, the water droplets. Maybe because of that, but I don't know it. So the answer is the sun melts the ice and boils the ice on the comet, and that goes then into, not in the air, but into the space, and that leaves behind a cloud of vapor. And the tail of comets can stretch for millions of kilometers across space. Now that is the comet, the rock. And that is the vapor, and that can be millions of kilometers long. Now it was space science. If you were here for space science, then go directly to the next part. We will do now the wrist training. If you participate in the wrist training, then it's better the honest. Go to stance and hands next to us and bring the fists down. And repeat. And if you participate in wrist training, then it's a big honest. Now fists and bring them to the outside. And the outside. Flashlight. flat hands to the inside. Breathing 3 rules. The first rule is that we stop immediately as soon as there's pain. Exercise flat hands and open and close. The second rule is that we go only as fast as we can go with a little bit of effort. The third rule is that we're not overdoing it. We just want to strengthen, not to exhaust. You can take a break whenever you want. Pull all arms out, flat hands, and bring the flat hands down. Arm with a fist next to us. Bring the fist down and then press it against it. Pull. And pull forward. And on the other side. Down and press it. Both hands with fists out and do 4-point circles. And backwards. You can do this also without a tennis ball, just do a strong fist or press into a tennis ball with moderate force. And press again. Release. Press again. And switch. Press again. Press again. Nice. Now put the fingertips on one hand on top of the fingernails behind, press it and arms up. And switch. Fists and open. Close. We're going to skip this exercise. Hands next to us. Bring your hand down with flat fingers. And then up with strong fists and now slowly to change these two positions. Right hands and bend the little knuckles. And open against them. Hands and make calls. And now, strong out, strong fists, and bring the fists up into flexion. Out extension, the flat fingers, and now repeat again. Instead of changing of the two positions. that hand, bend it to the knuckles and press on all four fingers. And the last exercise. Go to the stance, long arms, strong fists, and bring the fists into flexion to the inside, and then to the outside, into extension with flat fingers. And again, interchange these two positions. And we're done with moderate pressure on the middle part of the lower arm. And on the outside. That was the wrist training. Thank you very much, and until next time.